LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
What's up, everybody? All right, we finished that hip hop conversation off air, so we didn't have to drag y'all back through that again, man. So we back, Cash Color Cannabis, high level of conversation on LiveHipHopDaily.tv. I promised y'all that I had a dope duo up in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, man. Who are y'all?
What's happening, man? This is J Coop.
All right,
J Coop.
J Coop.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm last name good, man.
And how do y'all come together to form like Voltron to become what?
Well, we J Coop and last name Good, and also known as Paid in America. That's 3 Ks, no C.
Hey, if you're watching this live, or if you're trying to catch this later on SoundCloud or Stitcher, you wouldn't notice they got the hats on, man.
Yeah,
spiffy. That's spiffy, man. I like that,
Paid
man.
in America.
Paid in America.
So, you know what? Real quick, I didn't get a chance to say this before the intro, but your man, last name Good over there, he's a genius on the low.
Yeah.
He's a genius on the low, man. He's always one step ahead of the game. Like I told him prior to me, I had the idea if I wanted to do a podcast. I didn't kind of know what I wanted to do, the vibe and nothing like that. And then, me and him was connecting, and he let me come on his podcast on the Good Hennessy Show with him and Jimmy Hennessy. To come speak about the documentary. It came up here, was like, oh man, I love it up here, man. Next thing you know, I got a podcast up here.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, now it's more crazy is the next part. So me and my brother Marcodix, man, shout out to Marcodix, a dope producer. I had reached out to him last year right before we started filming the doc, and I was like, yo, bro, I want to work on an instrumental album where we gonna do visuals to it, man. It's gonna make it like a short film. You know what I'm saying? Just do something real crazy over the top, almost, think Dilla, think this, think that, think revolutionary. He was like, bro, I'm on it. So I started working the documentary, so clearly I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't in time-wise. I get on the phone with him this year. It was like, yo, we gonna revisit that, dog. We gonna go hard on that. We gonna do the visuals. It's gonna be dope. Nobody's gonna do nothing like that close to. And then I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see Paid in America. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Dad, I'm looking like with the Donald Trump man. I'm looking like, wait, I want to see this. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
So I noticed that this guy's involved. I'm like, yo, how this dude keep jumping me on ideas, man? How this dude keep jumping me on ideas? It's all good though. As long as something came about it, man. So but the Paid in America is something totally different. Y'all definitely got vocals on there. It's dope production. It's a dope videos produced. Speak about the whole concept of it. Like, where did that come about? Like, how did that brainchild be born?
I've known Jay Good for last name Good for some years now, and it was just, we've always worked together, always, and then we've always talked about doing a project together, to where he solely produced it. So it was really just a thing of us locking in and getting it done. Okay. So we got together and we started working on some records, and I guess you could say the subject of those records brought about the title of this album.
Yeah.
So everything made sense at the time. So we did what needed to be done, and everything came together it was. I don't even want to say magic. It came together like it was supposed to happen.
Right.
That's what's up.
I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I was about to say Jay Good too. Excuse me.
It's cool, man.
Last name Good.
Last name Good is the name. But if you call just I tell people just say Good. That's the easiest.
Good.
All right, good.
It's good. Yeah.
Good. What was your part in this, man? As far as production wise, like I know it seems like you and Coop worked together for a while. Like,
right.
Did you already have some stuff already planned as far as music wise, or did this come all up in a session or something?
Man, to be completely honest with you, man, the way I produce is you got to be in the lab. Like I usually create from scratch, right there with the person. And I used to do the whole get in my zone, make beats, and then send them out. But it's it didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes I say I feel like primo, like people be wanting to work, and I be kind of like, man, all right, man, we're gonna get, I don't, people think I be kind of giving the cold shoulder, but really, you got to come in, you literally got to come to my crib, and we got to sit down and vibe and talk, and then we can create.
Yeah.
And Coop, we've been working since Pimp Type Player.
Pimp Type Player.
Pimp Type
You don't
Player.
even know what that is.
I
man.
showed on. I'm looking like Pimp Type. Is that Outkast? Like
Pimp Type.
Ga-
Nah, that
Pimp
ain't no
Gangsta Clip?
Outkast. That's
Oh,
J.
man.
Cool.
That's J.
That's
Cool.
J. Cool. That was the first. That was my first album.
Word.
Pimp Type Player.
Pimp Type Player.
That
Yeah.
was what, 2012?
Yeah, we put it out in 2012. I worked on that thing like 2011 through
Something like
well,
that.
2000, end of 2010, 2011. I put that thing together.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met, and we was working on that, and like you said, we had an idea, and I had an idea originally what I wanted to call this, and like I said, we started creating the music, and it was kind of like, all right, we can't call it this.
Yeah.
The music is more important than this idea that we had.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was literally it. So Coop would come to the crib, like, you know, once a week, and we'll just sit there and vibe, and come up with these ideas. And like, we didn't record a whole lot for this album. Like, the album is 9 tracks, and we
Yeah.
probably recorded what, maybe 12 or 13.
Something like that. Maybe 15.
Yeah, maybe 15.
Yeah.
And 2 of the bonus tracks, you know, if you
Yeah.
buy directly from us,
Directly from us.
directly from us.
PaidInAmerica.com.
Yeah, you get 2 bonus tracks, so making a total of 11. on
That's
the
what's
album.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And I really like the way you I guess kind of executed the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like it went from, like I say, well, I want y'all to really explain the concept of the short film. You know what I'm saying? And how that came about. But I love the way y'all executed the plan from A to B to C. But speak to us about the films. That's a big part of the execution as far as I'm concerned. Because what caught my eye was the visuals I saw on Instagram. You know, and the
that's
videos.
all
That was
in the house
dope.
too, man. We
Everything.
Everything.
we ain't went out and paid nobody. That's in the house.
Well,
That's
all
all in the house.
that inspired me to really pay attention to what you was doing. So, how did that evolve into what we saw as far as the short film of it? And how that led to the album?
we from the beginning we had talked about, you know, trying to do something different to set us apart. To really do a short film, like you know, like Jay-Z and Streets is Watching.
Absolutely.
Like when Jay-Z came out with Streets is Watching, nobody else was doing something like that.
No.
It's like on this level that we at, nobody's doing anything like what we like the short film. Nobody, at least that I see, they're not doing what we did, and the visuals don't look as good. So it's like, well,
That's the second
we
thing.
could
Very good visuals.
we could easily put videos out because we've been doing that. It's nothing to just put videos out, but it's like, you know what? Well, let's challenge ourselves and let's change the bar of what things of the way things are being done, and you know, let's step it up a little bit, and you know, fuck it, let's put out a short film. You know, let's put this thing together like it needs to be done.
Got it. You know what else I like as well is the artwork. You know that you've seen for each individual song. It was just really good execution. Like again, I applaud people on little small things like that because I do produce. You know, saying in the background from films to whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I pay attention to little small details. Really, that's funny. Really, I heard somebody in my ear say not really. You know what I'm saying? You do mess up a lot of times with small details, but I really like that part too. You know what I'm saying? So speak a bit about that. Like, who's, I guess, the artistic mind behind that stuff when it comes to the pictures for the visuals and just the idea behind the short film? Like, who's the person behind that? Was that a collaborative effort?
Collaborative. Everything was collaborative. We sit down and we talk about this stuff, or we text all day back and forth about, you know, just different ideas of how can we get people to pay attention.
Right.
Like, we know the music is great, but you know, who really gives a damn about your music? Like, it's 1,000 people that's out here rapping, so you know, who really cares? But it's like, what can we do to set ourselves apart to get people to pay attention, to even look enough to just even listen to what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the music is there, but it's like, how can we get people to pay attention?
Right.
Well, I feel like you did a good job making people pay attention. One thing I did see was the show y'all did in Music Room.
Oh yeah, man, you should have been there, man.
I wish I could have, man.
Man.
Yeah, I saw the turnout. So apparently people are paying attention.
Yeah.
What was it like to perform for a crowd like that and then know that they all came out? You know, what I'm saying, to see this act. Like, you know, what I'm saying, what was that
man,
like?
amazing for me, man, to come in there and to, like, cause I was hanging outside like most of the night. You know, I was in and out making sure everything was straight. But you know, when I come in and if you ever been in the music room and you walk downstairs. Mm-hmm. And you know the steps is right there, and I walk right there, and it's people right there, and it's people to the stage, to the front, to the back, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like this is what we work for. This is it. So it's like when it comes showtime, it's like, you know, it's about me coming to do what I came to do.
That's what's
you know
up,
what I
man.
mean? It's such a better feeling when people are there to see what you're doing when you're doing it right. Yeah. Especially when you're doing it right. I mean, you know, a lot of times, you know, you got your little crowds and this and that, and you know, you getting your practice in, but you know what I'm saying, you know, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we talking, you know what I'm saying? we don't practice enough, you know what I'm saying? It's time. You know what I mean?
It's game time, baby.
Game time.
Hey, let me tell you, I always applaud people when they put on their own acts and people actually come out. Like, I literally remember trying to do my own little shows back in the day when I was first starting out, and I remember having a crowd of me, my girlfriend, and my homie. You know like that's it's the worst feeling.
It'll break your heart, man. But it's like,
sit there for 3 hours like that.
Yeah, it's like, but fuck it. It's like, you know, we got to keep it moving, never see the red light, like
songs over here.
It may be 5 right now, but you know, give me next month. I'm gonna have 100 people in this thing trying to hear what I'm talking about.
So it's like to say what he just said, right? Like, truth be told, last month, bro, we did a show at the music room. Where we were like an act on shout out to the homie Rod McCoy. He had a album release party, and we were the last act to go on. Yeah. And we literally performed in front of 6 people, and 3 of those people are in here right now.
Let me stop.
No,
it's just dead serious.
No.
Like,
and what's crazy is like we've done 2 tours.
Yeah.
And you know, we get a lot of love when we go out of town, but we literally performed in front of like 5 or 6 people. Yeah. And it was us 3, a cameraman, and probably the bartender and 1 other artist. Mm-hmm. And so like that night,
Chris J, you know,
Chris J.
Yeah,
Chris
Shout
J.
out Chris J.
Shout out to Chris J.
Chris J. First episode.
Yeah, I'm about to say first episode.
And so that night, man, we were getting ready to go on tour, and that was kind of like Atlanta was the opening night. You know what I mean? And so I went to Coop right before we went on. I was like, all right, bro, this is just practice for the tour. Yeah. Because you know, I sit back and observe, and I know Coop work hard, you know what I mean? And one thing that if you don't know anything about Coop, like he can perform like none other, you know what I mean? And so I was like, all right, bro, let's use this as practice for when we go on the road. Yeah. And it's just so crazy to see, like literally a month later, we damn near sold out the music room.
Mob that out.
Stacked.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like
called a fire marshal.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. That was just like
I could tell, man. Coop is geeked about that, man. Congratulations, though, man. I don't. You know what? Be happy about that. I'm a real. Yeah. You got to be encouraged, not only just in today's world, you know what I'm saying, but definitely as a creative, you got to be encouraged, and you got to understand that there's going to be little benchmarks like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a big one. Like, you know what I mean? Like you say, a month ago it was 6 people, now it's 100. Who knows? It could be 15 the next round, but you know what? Keep thugging it out. Like, you got to, you literally have some place to go.
I saw a video like a long time ago on MTV where Freeway, it was somewhere near the West, and I remember he was saying it was like 15 people in the building. Like this was like Freeway after like Flipside and stuff like that, and it was only 15. It wasn't even that many people in the building, but you know he did it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's like whatever. I'm gonna give you 110, whether it's 100 or if it's 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I definitely salute y'all again, because as independent acts, and to do it on your own in the way y'all did it, take that for what it is, which is a great accomplishment. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and use that to build up, you know what I'm saying? Use that to be remembering. Use that for something you remember when it's not good. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I watch too many acts, I watch too many people nowadays kind of they fall due to lack of encouragement, and they don't for them, their faults are too close together with their victories. If that, you know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, like it's not no space in between them. But for real, keep this victory with you. You know what I'm saying? That's a big victory, especially in Atlanta with so many artists and so many promoters and so many people doing stuff all on the same day. A whole lot. So what's the next move, man? Y'all gonna take it on the road, or you gonna walk around with it any as far as with the Paid in America and just introduce people to the two? Are y'all gonna hit the road for this?
Yeah, we definitely going back out somewhere sometime soon. Whoever wants to see us will come to you. It might cost a little bit.
Hey, put a number on it.
It might cost a little bit, but we will definitely come to where you are and put on a phenomenal show.
Look, it could be $500 and Bojangles all in, man, but they coming. We can put something down.
Everything is negotiable. Man.
Tell them, man.
Yeah, we'll definitely come out and, you know what I'm saying, and put it down. But you know what I'm saying, at this point, it's not for play. It's not a game.
No.
Like niggas is trying to quit their jobs. Like I plan on quitting my job by the end of this summer. So you know, it's not a game. I'm not coming to any venue or be put on any bill to play around. Like if you put me on your bill, I'm coming to shut it down. You better not put anybody after me because I'm coming to shut it down.
Hey, I like that, man.
Those are like.
That's LeVar Ball, like that's LeVar Ball confidence right there. We gonna be the billionaire.
Like I'm coming to shut it. Like I'm not. True, like you gotta look at it like when you get on that stage. Like when you get on that stage, is all I'm thinking in my head is, all right, we here. It's not a game.
Yeah. Right.
When I'm on stage, I'm thinking like you better give it 1,000,000%. Like when you're on the stage, because. That's what it's about. It's like if you can't, like when we go to places like Savannah and New Orleans and Nashville and Kentucky, it's like, why would I come all this way to play? So when people ask me stuff like if I'm ready, it's like, what do you mean? You think I drove all this way to not be ready? It's like this is what I do. Like I came to give a great show, and you know that's what's gonna happen. Like why play?
You know what? Okay, and before we go to another break, this is a Cash Color Cannabis conversation. You know, normally we do have the edibles and stuff out here. One thing I've always liked about Mr. Good over here is he is one of the few people, like he's literally good. Like he's like one of the few people you'll ever meet.
My brand, man. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
He's one of the few people you'll ever meet in the hip hop who has never ever like consumed. Don't go near it. Like it's not his thing.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna correct you.
Okay.
I have consumed.
Oh.
Hey.
But I chose like it was something when I was young, man. Yeah. You know, I was like, I hope my parents are not watching this. But I was like, you know, I was in like middle school, early high school. But it was like honestly, it wasn't for me.
It's not your thing.
So it's not my thing. And so
I don't know, bro. Them edibles be having.
That's what I was about to say. How does this work? Because I know you, and this guy don't at all. So it's like, are you the clear-minded one? It's almost like how you was mentioning with Gangstar, Premier, and Guru.
Right. You know, I know Guru like they used to drink.
But even with like Dre, Dre and Big Boy. How about even Dre and Big Boy? I know it's kind of different because he's not a producer. Yeah. But 3000 don't do nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? To be honest with you though, man, like. Okay, so like I said, I've been doing Coop since like 2011, right?
Yeah.
And we are very much the same on a lot of stuff. Like we literally are very chill individuals. You know what I mean? Like the only time you really gonna see me and Coop hype is when it's stuff like this or we performing. For the most part. Other than that, we kind of like.
Yeah.
You might catch me sitting over there like chilling, like
on your laptop.
On my laptop.
Yeah, with a hoodie on.
You know I'm not one of the person that drinks and loses my goddamn mind. It's like you know what I'm saying, I drink and I'm feeling good. Like I don't drink and be ready to fight. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling cool.
Look, I'm not a drinker in any way, shape, or form. Never have.
Man, I used to smoke every goddamn day. Like, but I used to smoke every day. Like, you know, we used to literally wake up and smoke. But middle of the day smoke. Before work we smoke. We at work we smoking. Like before we go to sleep we smoking. But I went to the goddamn military. I had to clean myself up. You know what I'm saying, to get my money right. And fuck, I got a goddamn job right now. So it's like I can't. The motherfuckers be giving random drug tests and shit. So it's like I can't. you know what I'm saying, I can't smoke like I
I don't know who you work for, but if you ever got accused of doing anything, y'all can use this video as proof that he ain't ever did nothing.
I be trying to, I keep it clean, but really, man, fuck that job. You know what I'm saying? But
don't use that part.
Use it. No, I want you to listen. Use it. Like really use it. Like I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
For another 6 months, we cool with that part.
Like fuck that job. Like by the end of the summer, I plan to be up out that motherfucker. Like even if they do see it, like if this is how I feel, this is how I feel. Like fuck that job. I wish you could have been at the show Thursday night. My shirt said "fuck that job." Like I don't care. Like I went and got my tattoo redone.
They say "fuck this job." Please say it, dude.
I got the tattoo when I was 19. I went to the military when I was like 23. I was trying to go full time, but they wouldn't let me go in with the tattoo. So I started getting the tattoo removed. But in the midst of that, I ended up volunteering to go to Afghanistan and shit. Volunteering.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, let me.
Would you do 60 days in the county jail too? Like, since y'all volunteering for stuff? 'Cause I ain't volunteering for that one.
I don't know about that now.
I ain't volunteering.
I volunteered. I said, send me over to that motherfucker. So went to Afghanistan, made me some motherfucking paper. You know what I'm saying? And it was like when I got my tattoo removed, it was really. I mean, I really gave up on myself. But when I came back to fucking America and shit, it was like. I was messing. I was still dealing with the same people, and they was doing music. So it was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I can to help them get to where they can be.
Hold on. I gotta cut you off real quick. We gonna go to a break. I'm gonna play Scotty ATL featuring Cap G, Senorita
Scotty,
video.
what's good,
Scotty, what's good, man? We gotta get you on the show too soon. So
don't leave us out on that motherfucking cool club.
Hold on, we gonna be right back. Cash Color Cannabis Podcast, high level conversation, live hip hop daily. We be right back.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, we back. Cash Color Cannabis Podcast, a high level of conversation on live hip hop daily.tv. I'm back with Paid in America in the building. Jay Coop, last name Good.
Yo.
Bro, this has been a totally off the hook episode since the very beginning, man. Like y'all brought a lot of energy to the set already.
Yeah, hey man, that's the goal.
On and off stage, energy.
You know what? And we were speaking earlier because a lot of people are heading down to Austin in a couple of days for South by Southwest. Y'all aren't going this year though.
Nah, they ain't invite us. So,
no invitation, man.
So I'm not about to pay nobody to get on no stage or no crazy shit like that. So
have you ever been?
Nah, I never been.
Really?
I plan to be there next year though.
Next year.
I think they'll be sending an invitation next year, but
y'all should do a Paid in America and Friends show.
Yeah, definitely.
We can't give it all away, man. Hold on. We'll tell you off air about that.
Yeah. But by that time, I think they'll know.
Right.
Like they don't know right now, but I think by that time they'll know. Like let's get these dudes on this stage.
I feel you. South by Southwest is a cool event. I feel like for artists. Again, my thing is this: as long as you come down with a plan, like if your plan was to make sure everybody knew who Paid in America was, and get your promo right. A lot of people don't go down with plans.
But it's hard. But like this, it's so hard to promo when you're not on the stage. It's like when you come in, like if you give a good performance and you come off the stage. It's easy to politic, and give out whatever promo or sell whatever you got. But if you just a person out there just handing out stuff, it's kind of like nobody gives a fuck. Like they're gonna take your flyer and they're gonna toss it.
Let me tell you what I see all the time, because I see it even just around the city when it comes to promotion. Like I'm still, personally, I'm torn when it comes to physical CDs. You know what I mean? Like I know that I personally don't use a CD player anymore, but I'm working on a mixtape. It's called Up in Smoke. We're gonna be doing a visual mixtape and an MP3 version. And I'm torn. Like I really want to do a physical version. I think I'm have to anyway. You gotta appease people who, especially people who pay money. Like they want to see a CD. But my thing is, do you even have a CD player? Like people will literally hand you.
My car came with one.
But very few people do. Like people will hand you a CD, and I'm thinking to myself, if I gave you a CD, where would you play it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we should think a little bit outside the box when it comes to
promo. We don't give away. I don't give away CDs. Like that's something I don't do.
I feel like if you pay money for a CD,
you're gonna listen to it.
Something.
$5. You're gonna listen to it.
My thing is this: if you're gonna, there's always packages and things you could put together and all that. What am I missing?
Get on them.
I swear we have Yo, my whole show is just black, dog. Like y'all don't get it. Even when we have Caucasians in the building, it's still like extremely.
It be white people in here?
Oh yeah, bro. We do not discriminate. Just like I don't discriminate on the topic. Like even if again, you don't necessarily got beat. Like I sometimes scare people. Like I've had people call like, Mac, I don't smoke. Can I still come on the show? Yeah, you can come on the show. Everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can come on the show. I don't. I'm not going to be on the episode smoke. It's just the name of the show.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. Yeah. So you know what I mean. But real quick, getting back, like I say, like you was talking about the promo. It's really hard to do that. I feel like again, I see that a lot going on in Atlanta. Like like some of the promo be so. It's like the same thing. Like you just hand somebody a CD. Like
it's so oversaturated. It's like, bro, nobody like you're. It's a 1 in a million chance that somebody's gonna listen to it if they haven't seen what you can do.
What I do applaud though is, and I think again, you what y'all got is something that would work on a South by Southwest level as far as doing promotion, especially A3C level. Is because you built up a fan base. You know what I'm saying? And you give yourself another couple of months where y'all strongly build up a fan base. You strongly build up your social media contacts, and you keep strongly building up those channels. You'll be able to, like I always call like this. When I did my Cash Color Cannabis event, I literally sat down and wrote down 25 people's names. I said I want 25 people here down at Omen Agency. We got maybe 42. You know what I'm saying? That was a win for me. Like I told you, I've been in a room before where it was me, my girl, and my homie, and I know I paid like $5,000 to do that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So the next one we did. Again, I don't use promotion. I don't use Facebook ads. We don't use nothing. The only thing I did was put up an ad put up my own post on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But we went for our last event. I know we had well over 100 RSVPs. It's stupid numbers packs as far as wise. We doubled up that last number. I know we was almost close to like 70 in there, but we had way over 100 RSVPs. But I go back to again using these little moments like that to give you inspiration to keep going. Because if you're building a fan base like that, and you're actually building a channel of people who pay attention to what you're doing, then you'd be always far better off getting those 50 people to come in, and maybe even if they don't all pay, you can find somebody who will pay you for the venue. You just brought 50 people out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
that's what
on your own.
I brought something real, right? Like we've been, like Coop told you, we've been planning so many things in the background for this project, right? I'll give y'all some truth. We just submitted the album to a couple of blogs today.
I haven't gave the trailer to no blogs though. I'm with we right here, we right here, good man.
Like our thing was, we want to touch real people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool. We get on Complex, we get on like Two Dope Boys. That's cool, but we trying to touch people that's gonna go and tell their cousin and their brother. You know, not somebody that's a fan of a website and like they click on it one time and then like, all right, cool, that's dope, and nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like,
brother, I'm all the way 100 with you because the trailer for the documentary, the only blog that ever only actual outlet that ever saw that blog was Creative Loafing when they did that story on me. And mind you, we had that for at least 6 months prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew for a fact like you said, I don't want to just toss it to this blog. They retweet it once and then go about their day. I put money and time into this. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather my people come one by one. I don't care if there's 143 people at a time. I want y'all to come through rather than.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm here with you, man.
I would go. What we said, cool? 10,000. That's what we want.
I think the initial was 1,000.
1,000. Initial
like we can get 1,000 people, 1,000 emails. I think we'll be doing decent, and I know those 1,000 people will tell somebody about what they've heard and what they have seen. So from there it grows. I like to call it the wildfire forest fire effect. It's like it just jumps from tree to tree to tree to tree to tree until we got this whole thing lit. You know what I'm saying? Like just burning. You know what I'm saying? And from there, it goes on the news, and from the news, it's worldwide. And I feel like it's so much that you can do on your own. I mean, but you really have to work hard. You have to be really into what you're doing. It's not like you're just gonna it's a lot of people that can I know a lot of people that can rap. Like a lot of people that can rap. But they can't make good albums and they can't make good songs and they're not performing up to par.
That's literally almost every battle rapper.
But not even dudes as battle rappers. I know a lot of people that can rap, but their shows they're not they're not up to par. Like
Don't even get me on.
Like you have to be able to do more than rap.
Right.
Like,
is it just me, or do you notice that I think more artists nowadays, they spend so much time in the studio recording music and performing in studios that they don't even think about preparing to go on stage.
Look, a lot of these dudes, they go on stage and they think it's just about rapping. Like when you get on that stage, you have to put on a show because you're literally in an uphill battle, because like you're walking into a place where nobody knows you. They don't know your music, so like you have to really catch them. And if you don't catch them, they're not gonna pay attention. And you know what I'm saying. A lot of times you done paid your money to some open mic for people to not pay attention to you in a room full of artists at that, and it's just like a waste of your time. It's like take some time and get your craft together, get you some money up, and put your own show together. Invite people that you know, and put on a couple of artists that you know, so they can invite people that they know, and you can exchange fan bases. And
absolutely,
but it's like nobody's gonna pay attention to you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Nah, I totally agree. And one thing, and shout out to Mike Sick and the bar exam. I always applauded the fact that Mike and whatever judge they bring through, they really stress your stage presence. They really stress the fact that they want people to come in being prepared to be on stage. And that's where I kind of noticed that a lot of acts nowadays, they don't really prepare for that part. Like you go on Instagram all day, they performing in front of their friends, they all in studios, but they never think to themselves, let me rehearse to get on stage because that might be different.
Hey, bro, I get up, I get off work, I go to work, and I get off and I go outside and I run. I run at least 2 miles, because it's like
all right, Forrest.
at least 2 miles. It's like when you go to a stage show and you see somebody on the stage and they looking sloppy, and you know they getting tired. They can't keep up with their own lyrics. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's like this is literally showtime. Like Eminem and 8 Mile. What you get one shot. Like, you never know who could have been in that building, or how many fans you could have took away, but you done came in here and you done bullshitted.
Let me tell you something right now. If you don't know that Coop is ready, he's ready.
Yeah,
he's ready. If you didn't know before, Coop is ready. He's ready. Listen, right now.
I'm ready. Any city you want me in, I'll be there. Let J. Cooper, last name good, will be there.
Bro, like, I'm gonna tell you, I absolutely love, I love going on the road, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, now don't get me wrong, like, the road is not what everybody thinks. Like, a lot of people think the road is glamorous. Like, when we go on the road, we 3 to 4 deep
in a little ass coupe.
In a coupe. And we literally, like, driving to where we got to go, like, you know what I'm saying, taking turns. Sometimes coupe driving all the way. You know, sometimes we take turns. And we cramped up in the hotel, but it's that 30 minutes that we got on stage that we absolutely love.
Yeah.
And here's the thing I love about, like, literally going out of town, because, like, when you're in Atlanta, the expectation is that somebody here know who I am, right? But when we go out there, like, we literally perform in front of, like, 50 to 100 people that absolutely don't know who we are. But at the end of the night, guarantee they're gonna know who we are at the end of the night.
So if you go out of town and you don't connect, it's like what are you doing it for? Like,
it's a wasted trip.
Like what was the point of you going out of town and doing this?
Promo.
Promo, man. We just trying to
promo. Yeah.
It's like I look at a lot of people that I was like, I can tell you didn't plan for this.
No.
It's like why would you drive all this way and not plan for this?
Oh, I'm gonna see a lot of brothers this weekend drive all the way to Texas and not plan for that.
Oh, you driving? You flying out there?
Oh no, I'm driving.
You driving? Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, peace be with you.
Hey, this is my second time doing it. You know what? I gotta get Z Rich and all them in the building to tell this story. But the first time I ever called myself driving down the South by, I did not only not drive, I almost got arrested in Alabama. And this is a funny story, man. I'll tell y'all one day.
Oh, man.
But now I'm not driving by myself. It's me, my girl. Shout out to two of our partners. We going down there all together. I'm already looking forward to being back home. To be completely honest with you.
Hey, y'all drive safe, man. For real. Though.
I am, man.
How long is that drive?
A little ride, about 14 hours.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's 12. I honestly want to say 12. I think it could be 14, maybe 16.
Yeah.
But if it's 12, when I used to go to when I went to school at John C. Smith in Charlotte, I drive back to Boston all the time. That was like 12 hours.
What Too Short say? Roll from California all the way to New York for getting money.
Yo, Too Short is bugging. that's like what is that? Oh, close to
yeah. I got a partner stayed in Cali, man. He drove from Atlanta to like L.A. like straight.
I totally despise LA.
And I think it took him like I want to say it took me like 32 hours.
Yo, and not and I love people in LA. Like there's people in LA. I totally got my heart. Love LA. But the city itself, like to know that I could drive 4 hours and still be in the city of Los Angeles, like you know what I mean? Because I'm like again from Boston. If I drove 4 hours in Boston, I'm in New York City. You know what I'm saying? If I drive 4 hours from Charlotte, I'm in Atlanta. How do I drive 4 hours from how do I be from downtown LA and drive 4 hours and only in Rancho Cucamonga and this is still LA? I was so upset with everybody in this car. I was just mad at everybody that whole day. I was the worst person to be around.
Bro, I'm so anticipating the moment. I've never been to LA.
Really?
Never.
I've been once.
Have you been to New York?
Yeah. No,
I was about to say, how country are you?
No. Like the crazy thing is, bro, like I've been all up and down the East Coast, like Midwest, and
Wait, Coop. Wait, you ever been to LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't never been to New York though.
Man.
Okay. No, it's cool.
But I'm going to New York this year.
Let me be real with you.
I'm going to New York this year.
You ain't missed nothing about New York. Like New York, I'm gonna say this to it from the bottom of my heart. New York is the most overrated city.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, like straight up, I love New York.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could stay there. But if
Are you from New York?
No, I'm from Riverdale. But
Shit.
I've been in New York and it is beautiful.
She from Conyers.
Yeah, she from what?
She from Conyers.
But it's absolutely
She from Conyers.
I think last name Good was speaking. Like we're gonna go back to the.
Like New York, I like the vibe, but I couldn't live there though. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, anybody that know me personally know like I'm frugal. I don't like to spend bread.
Oh, you ain't going to New York?
Yeah, New York is just like. But if I lived in New York, I live in Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah, I live in Brooklyn.
And you call yourself being frugal?
I mean, I'm just saying. I spent significant time in Brooklyn. I spent significant time, of course, in like Manhattan. I've been, Harlem. And only place I haven't really spent a lot of time in New York is probably like Long Island, Staten Island.
Shout out to Long Island, man. Wine dance, man. I like Long Island, man.
I mean, New York is cool. New York, we got a fan base up there. Like real talk.
I saw y'all that went up there with your frugal ass. You actually went up to New York, didn't you?
Man, look, I went to New York with the homie Div, man, and that was like that.
Yo, Div.
Frugal.
Let me tell you, Div's what's that song he got? It's not called Neat. Enough. Yo, that's one of them records to me for real. I like, again, I've heard when I first heard it, I remember it was either at the freestyle experiment or the bar exam. I know I heard it on a Mike 6 stage.
Might have been a bar exam.
And it was forever ago.
Yeah.
And I know they still pushing that record. And I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're supposed to do, like, don't let Instagram and social media fool y'all. Like, if you put out a mixtape tomorrow, you're supposed to promote that mixtape longer than a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, before you turn around and give us another one. I like the fact you working that record because that's a good record. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually that's going to catch on, right?
When me and Div created that, man, it was just like.
Oh, you produced that?
Yeah, I produced it now. Yeah, I produced it now. Thank you, man. Thank you. But like, man, when we did that, it was like the goal was like, bro, like this is the joint that you gotta perform for like the rest of your life.
Yeah,
like,
it's a good record. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, same thing like with Paid in America, man. Like we got records that we know that we gonna have to perform. These records are gonna be performed. Like I put a post up on IG, man. Was like, bro, like we performed the whole album. We performed the entire Paid in America.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, we still had on Rich.
And two dope boys.
And it was like to see people like, cause those are two records that like they know.
Yeah.
They know those records, and it's like to perform an entire album that's been out for a week and people are like literally know the words and people are crying and the reactions like, bro, it was mind blowing.
Y'all need to do another event soon, man.
We will.
Yeah, we are. We got something.
We talking about it.
I'm gonna leave you alone.
I'm gonna leave you alone.
I'm gonna leave y'all alone, man.
Don't fret. You know what I'm saying? I'm Atlanta. Don't fret. I'm coming back strong somewhere, but
Yeah, because you come from a far away place, man. I don't know Jay, Good told me where you was driving from. I was like, man, he could have Skyped that. He'd have to come down here in traffic. But since you here,
bro, like we coming from wherever.
Well, I appreciate y'all
like,
coming through, man.
We don't take these opportunities lightly, bro. Like we know what we have.
Yeah.
And anybody that's willing to talk to us about what we have, like, we gonna be there.
That's what's
regardless.
up. So, bro, you still do your show too on here, right? You and Jay.
Yeah, it feels super awkward to be over here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm used to sitting over here.
Hey, that's your business. It's your business, actually. This is my show. We do things on my
That's
my
right.
terms.
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. So I know y'all do. Y'all's is Monday, right?
Monday nights at 7, Good Henderson Show. Shout out to Jimmy Henderson, man. I went right into promo mode.
Yeah, you know, because we're trying to wrap up. I know her looking grumpy today, man. You ready to get rid of us?
Right? Oh man, yeah. We ain't gonna discuss
I'll be,
that.
yeah, man. Look. Hey.
I feel you. We gonna. Yeah.
Have you seen Get Out yet?
Hey,
it'll make
don't
you
get
smile.
in that sunken
Not
place,
yet.
man.
It'll make you smile,
Y'all
man.
gotta see that. You
haven't seen it yet?
Not
Hey,
yet.
I gave y'all my Get Out moment. Before we cut off, I'll tell you my little quick Get Out moment. It involves my friend Selling, and I was literally at Starbucks, and we was having a little meeting. This was literally right after I saw the movie. So I'm now putting together the memes I see and everything like that. Everything's trying to connect them. So I'm in Starbucks with her. I give her a hug. You know what I'm saying? We sitting down. I got my hot chocolate because I don't drink coffee. She went and got her coffee. She went up to the line to go get her coffee. And I remember looking at all the baristas looking at me like, is he in a sunken place? Is he okay? Is he okay?
Oh,
like literally when she came to sit back down, watching them walk back and forth, just keep looking. I'm like, black people take shit so far.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
I'm not hypnotized.
You're good to go.
Yeah, so
It's
all right,
a good
but
movie though.
before we split out of here, you know, let us know where we could check out the video. Where we could get the album, where we could purchase the album number one.
Listen, man. Listen.
Listen, damn
You
it.
can paidinamerica.com. You spell that with 3 K's, no C. Paidinamerica.com. You can purchase the album. You can go watch the movie. We got T-shirts. We got some hats. You can purchase the movie. Everything is at paidinamerica.com. Everything if you want to know anything about Paid in America, go to paidinamerica.com.
So I can find out anything.
That's super intentional.
Can I find out Donald Trump's taxes from 2005? Because I've been missing this whole episode.
Shit.
I've been
What's
missing
your boy?
that.
What's the one from the Wire?
Well, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. It's been a great episode. Before we fade out, I'm gonna play Don Tripp and Starlito. They on tour too. I think they on tour with Scotty and them, man. It's called Good Cop Bad Cop. Check out that video. We'll be back next week with South by Southwest stories. Plus, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more about the film, and I'm gonna have another guest in the building. I kind of want to let y'all know who it is first, but I'll tell y'all when I get back. Appreciate my guys. Paid in America coming through here. Jay Coop, last name Good.
Yeah, yes sir.
If you can't tell, we had exactly one person clapping.
It's all good, man. It's late.
You know what? Benchmarks, man. Milestones.
Good.
We're gonna get there.
Good.
So I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Cash Color Cannabis on Hip Hop. Cash Color Cannabis podcast, live hip hop daily, a high level conversation. I always remember my own words. Peace.